Right, so in today's video, we're going to have a look at the red rulebook, or the red compendium that Amantic just released. And we're going to compare it, well, just compare it to this one, the green book. We're going to compare it to the red book. The green book, the red book. Yeah. This is lots of fluff. We'll go through that in a bit. And this is all the updated rules and new army list. If you got this, you probably have to get this, but this is the 2022 edition, so this is supposed to be the 2023 edition in this, and then you get the Uncharted Sea. So all of this, rules wise and army list wise, is in this, but all the fluff that's supposed to be in this is in here. Now well, the first thing we're gonna do is see how much weight difference there is. Yeah, so if you're moving from one game store to another, having 3 books, having to compile, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Having everything compiled in one book is definitely a good idea. So if you're like a tournament player or you're a regular Kings of War player, this looks like a good bet. Right, so first up, we're going to have a look at the green book. The green book, yeah, it's been around for quite a while. Let's quickly look at the table of contents, and as you can see, starting from page 6 all the way to page 63 is the rules, which is about 57 pages worth of rules. The lore of Penethor starts at about page 74 and ends at about page 222. So it's more or less about 150 plus pages of background on Penethor itself. This includes the forces, the background for the forces. And then you got the army lists, Basilians, Dwarves, Elves, Northern Alliance, Force of Nature, Ogres, Trident Realms of Nertica, Abyssal Dwarves, Empires of Dust, Forces of the Abyss, Goblins, Night Stalkers, Orcs, and Undead. Yep. It's actually quite a thick book, as you can see, judging from the weight thing that we did just now. Let's have a look at the rules. Let me very quickly show you visually. This much is rules. This much, let me get to it. Come on now. Background. This much is background, and this much is army list. Yeah, this book is beautiful. It's got lots of like pictures. You know, after, you know, before every army list, there's a bit of fluff of who the army is, and then you've got the army lists, and it's all rounded up with a gallery. Yeah, which I think is essential for any miniature game. Book galleries. Yeah, so that's a green book. We've seen it, we've played it. It's been around for quite a while. Okay, so this is the red book. The red book is new. This is a compendium of rules, as I told you earlier. All the updated rules are here. All the new army lists are here. Very quickly, let's look at the table of contents. If you look at the table of contents, you'll find out that rules start on page 6 and end on page 88. So there's more rules in this one. That's because they've added the some siege rules, some siege scenarios, Kings of War, Ambush is in here, Legendary Games is in here. Now even the army list, it's quite extensive. You've got the Abyssal Dwarves, the Ratkin Slaves, Basilians, Order of the Brother Mark, Dwarves, Free Dwarves, Elves, Sylvan Kin, Empire of Dust, you know, Forces of Nature, Order of the Green Lady, the Herd, Forces of the Abyss, Goblins, Halflings, Kings of Man, League of Rodia, Night Stalkers, Northern Lions, Varangur, ogres, orcs, rift forge orcs, ratkins, salamanders, trident realm of Neretica, and undead. It's a lot of lists. Now, if you have a look at the list, you will see it is the art, and immediately we jump into the list. And then in the next one, now there's no gallery, right? In fact, if you were to look at this properly, there is no fluff either. There is no background. It's simply rules and army lists. Which brings me to this thing over here. Now, when you get the book, scan this on any of your devices, and you'll get the whole rule book. So with all the rules, basically whatever you get in here, in this, plus the rules, plus the updated rules. So the rules, and this would make the book much thicker, maybe maybe 8 kilos, I don't know, heavy. What they're saying is, well, people at Mantic is, you've got the rule book, you've got it, you purchased it for the updated rules, and now you can go and get a free copy of the ebook online, which is great because this basically means they can update it, remotely, as and when they please, and just keep on giving out new updated rules, which is kind of strange because then this will be obsolete. But it's great because for those of you guys who like everything in one book and don't want to pay so much, this is a good idea. Definitely a good idea. This is the red book for Kings of War. If you're a kind of person like me who likes reading stuff, whether you're taking some quiet time, on the porcelain throne, this is great. This is great. I mean, whenever I walk into a gamer's toilet or bathroom, you always see this little rack of books, and there's always a rule book in there. So this is great because you get in there and you flip through. The thing is, with a book like this, you're probably just building army lists, so you probably have a little pencil and piece of paper in there. But with a book like this, you end up like reading the fluff, from different factions that you don't own and stuff like that. But again, because it's online, you can actually do this on your phone. In fact, more and more gamers now go into the porcelain throne with your phones. Yeah, it's the sign of the time, folks. Things are changing. Now, who is this book not for? This book is not for folks who are of a certain age, who are young, who actually have no access to any devices. A lot of parents that come to my store who bring their children looking for a game to play usually restrict the amount of time the children spends on their devices, which is why they are getting themselves games like this. So for folks like that, this rulebook seems a bit strange because when they get the rulebook for Christmas on their birthday, there's really nothing for them to go with. There's just rules. So in that sense, and it's a small demographic, folks of a certain age who do not have any access to devices, this is not for you. This is definitely not for you. But for folks who do the tournament circuit, this is great. It's lighter than carrying all 3 books. It's updated. And actually, this is great because you get the whole thing. I mean, if you're crazy enough to go and print it, go in and print it. The design of the book stays pretty much the same. The art more or less the same. Lots of the pictures have been used before. I do wish they allocated maybe 30 pages for just maybe 1 page or 2 pages of fluff, and maybe just a page per army of showcased figures, simply because Mantic Games is a miniature company, and they actually, what they do is they sell you the fluff and they sell you the figures. The rules are great, but it's part of the package. So I wish they had added that to the whole thing as well. And so that's about the only gripe I've got with the red book. Apart from that, it's a good buy. We've sold a couple in the store already, and I'm sure we'll sell many more. For those of you guys who need an upgrade from this, it's a good upgrade. Very quickly though, this is not a new edition. This is compendium. This is the compilation. So we still have the new edition to look forward to, if it comes, and it will. You know it will. So that's pretty much it. We have a buy me a coffee. So if you like videos like this, or you like how I handle this video, do buy me a coffee, or at the very least, like, subscribe, and as always, don't forget to enjoy painting those figures.